Alright, let's get this thing flipped over. Let's see. Looky there. Alright, music is not as good as yesterday, but it's passable. There was some good tunes yesterday. Mr. Mice Man, how's it going? How's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. I heard from you. Oops, I just closed something I didn't mean to. There we go. And Mustache, are you about ready for a road trip? We got another week and a day. Woo! It's gonna be such a big long road trip. Alright. So the thing I'm thinking about doing with the chat, so this little app thingy I got, it's super cool how it works. It's really nice, but it has this entire, what do they call it? Event flow editor you can use. It's just like, all right. All I like to do is when something happens on the Twitch side, just throw it right into the chat like so-and-so subscribed, instead of having all the fanfare and setting all that up. Unless I can do it all in here. I mean, I will start with just a message and then we can start adding GIFs and stuff. Haven't had a ton of free time to chill, producing content. Getting ready for the Kickstarter. Taking care of my 1 month. That's right, you just had one. Is it streaming? No. It's something newer, I think. Social Stream Ninja. And it's a little weird at first, but it's really nice. Like, it's just a plug-in for your browser. And what it does is it looks for, you know how like on Twitch and YouTube you can pop out the chat? It's just looking for that. It's just like, all right, let me find your little chat windows you have popped open, and it just takes that and feeds it through whatever, all your different settings. Like I had to make it to where the messages slide in like this, and I can determine, I can set whether or not it shows what platform you're on, things like, you got a ton of options. The Jazz X is going to town, yeah. Might check it out. Does it let you highlight a comment when you reply? So that was another thing I wanted to check out. Now, what I'm looking at, if I click on a message, it'll highlight it and I can, select multiple. And that is what I'll do when somebody asks a question during an interview and we're not ready to get to it. I'll just click it. That way it's all lit up and everything, and I can quickly scroll and find it. I did want to see if I could find something that would let me grab a message, put it on the screen, kind of like Dave does in his streams over at Grimwood, because he uses Evu Mux or whatever it's called. I feel like you could probably do something like that. It's got a lot of options. It's just a little finicky to get through. It's one of those wonderful tools with not a lot of documentation. I think Stream Elements is the thing that does that for another streamer I watch it. It's nice when he goes to respond. Yeah, that is nice when you do that. You just boom, put it up there. But anyway, Holy Bro, Lynn, we had an artist interview yesterday, and I brought you up a few times. The person we were talking to yesterday also does not like drawing mechanical mechs and robots and stuff. So that was one way you came up. I forgot. And your oil paintings, I think it was, came up. Different mediums. I feel like I've used Stream Elements before, like a long time ago, before I really got the YouTube thing going. I was just piddling with it and had some goofy scrat GIFs set up for follows and stuff. But then I was like, I hate Twitch, and went to YouTube, and it didn't connect to that or do all that stuff. So I was like, at the time, or I didn't want to reset it all up or something like that. So. And I saw it had to work, unfortunately. Well, it's there if you want to go back and watch. I've never been a sci-fi fan. So, I really liked for books, I really like old science fiction, like Ender's Game. That era, Isaac Asimov, the old sci-fi is great. And I enjoy sci-fi video games. And I enjoy sci-fi movies and shows, but writing sci-fi, not so much. And modern sci-fi books, minus the first couple Halo books, those are fantastic. Whereas with fantasy, I like writing it, do not care to read it. It's good in video games. I think everything's good in video games. Now, when you say games, it doesn't scratch the itch. You're talking about TTRPGs or like video games or both? Making character art for very fancy. Yeah. I showed that to Twice Ted. He's super excited. I'm kind of surprised he's not here. He's usually in the streams. He might be sleeping. Might be sleeping. Okay. You can always reward the stream later. Or rewatch. Not reward. I can read. So yeah, let's see. Any roleplay? Okay. Yeah. I get that. I feel like fantasy lends itself better to the tabletop thing, since I guess because you're making stuff up anyway. I don't know. It's all fantasy. But I feel like it lends itself well. But see, here's the... Can we... Oh, I can't really. If I drag these over here where you can see them. You got me in the chat in the way. So this is like part of the editor, what you can see. So you can just set up things in a... So, create new flow. Let's do that. So because I saw something. Message contains. Keyword. How do we... Oh, that's what you guys can't see it. It's a little sidebar thing. Text to match. So we'll say test. And then something has to happen. How do I drag something in here that happens? Oh, actions. Here we go. You finished it yesterday? Nice. I just finished up art for a small con. I'm going, ooh, where are you going? I'm going to one next week. Next weekend with Great Mustache. We got a heck of a road trip to do. Okay, so let's just see if we can get this to work. So send message. We'll say congrats to the person who made it, who sent the message. It worked. Send reply to source. Oh, so it'll only go to the platform it was on. Okay. Save flow. Now I assume I have to update my link in the chat and OBS and everything. Just a short quick. How long has it taken you to get to my place from your place? Because we were talking about this yesterday, and the halfway point after you get me, it's like 6 hours. So. All right, so somebody. Well, I guess I can try test. I don't know. Okay, so the message comes from me. Interesting. Oh man, you gotta drive 6 to 7 hours to get me and then another 6 hours? Okay, so that works. Alright, let me turn that off before we flood the chat. But that's interesting, it comes from me. Which makes sense, I guess. Wow, I can send a tweet out. Or a TikTok? Oh, no, wait, I get it. It's the chat from. Man, there's so many zooming. I was reading the word Zoom. There's so many streaming platforms. Good grief, I haven't even heard of most of those. Huntington. It's the very first year for, ooh, the little one we're going to. I think it's the second or third year. It's a little thing. Local guys running Beacon Island, a game I made all the art for. Oh, nice. So you're going to be like a celebrity there. So I want to stop by and say hello before you're forced to go to work. Not too bad, though. So I was going to ask Mustache, because Glee was wanting to know, when you get here, do you, like, want to stop for a little bit and get something to eat, or do you just want to, like, grab me and hit the road and keep going? I don't know if you'll have already ate by then or not. Because if so, I can make sure I get something in me, and then we can hit the road if you want to try and make good time. Something to think about. You ain't got to answer it right now. Okay, so next question. Can we... Not for you, Mustache. Just question in general here. So we can block message, return message, continue async, modify message, add prefix, suffix, find and replace, remove text, set property. What is a property? I can change a name color, chat message. We can grab a bite while I'm there. Just a question of timing to meet up with your friend. Yeah, that's the other thing too. So we can change. Well, let's change background color. Excuse me. We'll make it red. Somebody want to try test? I mean, I can do it if y'all don't want to. I don't know what's gonna happen. It just says background color. Well, I gotta save it. There we go. I don't know the background of what? Just your message, or? Yeah, that doesn't do nothing. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That might not actually work for that. It might be something that doesn't mix. Hoping to go to more cons. Just got to get a new job first because I'm riding the struggle bus. Ah, man, you don't like the security thing anymore? I thought you liked it. Let's see. Reflection filter. No idea what that is. Display media overlay. Hey, there's Mitty Paws. Yeah, man, we got that. Got some tunes going. Okay, so display media overlay. That looks like a GIF we can do. Okay, I gotta go find a good GIF. This one will work. Okay. I've been doing it for 5 years. I'm pivoting to go directly into the... Not as... Well, what are you going to do if you're not an artist in the tabletop space? Said something that maybe... humble, maybe. We're gonna try a GIF now. Now see, the thing is media type, duration, position, and size. Okay. I have no idea where this is gonna go. Oh, you can make it random. That's neat. Layer system. Enable display on menu. Cool. Except it doesn't seem to be working. Oh wait, I didn't save it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll do the test word this time. Maybe I won't. What's up, Kazduke? Well, that's what I was wondering, Humble. If it looks like it knows where to put the GIF. You set it in here. You can't. I got like a properties thing off to the side. You can't see because I got the window cropped. And it has a size and then a position. But yeah, how does it know to send that to over there? Wait a minute. We're gonna look at something here. See if I do this. Cause see, this is like, oh, you can't even see it. This is just like the chat window. You might see it start creeping up as we chat, but I want to do community membership, customer, creator management, basically a network. Yeah. So like, yeah, you want that site to be a full-time dealio. She gonna be the businesswoman. Whoop. Yes, Blaze, let's keep the food tradition going. Got my hands on a lot of projects, so hopefully something will pop off. Leaving a lurk. Gotta go to those meetings. Thanks. Okay, yeah, so how would it know where to display the, like, on the screen? I guess it is connected to OBS, but there you go, holy bro. Look at you making them connections. Now, if you need to get a feel for Mr. All Mice Die, I got an interview of him you can go watch. See what he's all about. See if you trust him or not. He's just talking a lot. We can play an audio clip. We could be super annoying every time somebody types test. Just alright. Show text. That feels like that would just go into chat, wouldn't it? Isn't that what we tried earlier? We tried send a message. Humble, it is called Social Stream Ninja. Sound horn. Anytime there's a capitalized letter. That would be awful. Show avatar? That would be neat. Okay, yeah, and then you can set the size and everything. But where does it put that? Say, like, would it put it on this screen somewhere? Social Stream Ninja. Yeah. Yeah. It's there's a plugin that just goes into your browser instead of like its little standalone thing. Like it's been working great for just the little chat on the side and everything, and it goes. I have a window in OBS, so like anytime somebody, whatever platform they chat on, I can see it over here, and it'll tell me what platform they're on. So I'm going to say the magic word again here. Well, I didn't see nothing. Why are you 13 minutes behind? I don't know, Blaze. Why are you 13 minutes behind? Still going to finish up my current art projects though, but I think I'm ready to step away and be... Oh, you know what? Oh no, I pushed the button. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, that's how you're able to see the chat on the stream, is because I have a link made and it's in OBS right now. And we know this part is active because we got the reply thing to work when we type test. Gotta go fast. That's right. Gotta go fast, please. Ooh, feature message. Immediately features the triggering message in the dock and featured. So this is what All My Dice, I think, was looking for. What we were talking about just a few minutes ago with putting the message up. Immediately features the triggering message in the dock and featured overlay, matching a manual click in the chat list. Use with a trigger like message starts with or channel points to auto feature specific messages. Okay, but can we message properties, length, word count, not like I clicked this message. Stream events. See, this is the one I want to get working, like when somebody does something and it does all the same. But we got to start simple. I guess load import, actually, I guess you could get it from somebody else. User and source, from source, channel name, timing and random. Yeah, just by click a message. If we do that. Alright, if I back in the present, skip 5 minutes because they don't triple speed. I'm too fast, Blaze. Okay. So you guys are seeing a border, but what I'm seeing in OBS is it's like highlighted green for me and everything. It looks like basically when I click on one, like I was talking about earlier. That's interesting. But feature and dock. Is a dock something else I can do? Like we're only... Because there's a lot of options in this thing, just in the plugin. That's not how you spell test. Yeah, see, that part's working. So that would be handy. I could set this up super quick. So like when somebody, during the interview, somebody wants to ask a question, I'm just like, okay, type Q : or whatever, then whatever you want, then they'll just highlight it for me. And I can go find them real quick. Event flow guide. Here we go. Look at that. It's like perfectly cropped where the chat is. Totally intentional. Yeah, see, you could set it up like that, Humble, and then they just fill in their question, and it's all done for me. Event flow is a node-based editor. Each line carries a message payload plus a boolean. Uses sources. Mirror Twitch to Discord, but block commands. Build loyalty-based commands. Trigger custom overlays, audio, OBS scenes, or webhooks. That's right, Mustache, don't you forget it. Mixed platforms inside. Yep. Think of the pop-up as quick presets, and event flow as a toolkit for bespoke workflows. It's so complicated. Do they? YouTube has a built-in feature? That was another thing I wanted to poke at today, was at least the polls. Because I don't even know how you do that. How do you make a poll in the YouTube? Oh, engage with your audience. Start Q&A. Oh, right there. What's that look like over there? Am I allowed to vote on my own poll? I can only see one answer of my poll. What is this nonsense? Oh, I can click it and make it. Okay. We're 50-50 for squirrels. Y'all are rude. Okay, so if we hit end poll. Okay, and then that comes up, but it doesn't come up in the overlay. Interesting. I could see why, though. I could see why. So what's it? How does the Q&A thing work? Start Q&A. Vote early, vote often. Oh. So I can bounce between questions and live chat. Okay. Putting you on the spot, Liam. I got a Q&A for you. Don't worry, you don't have to answer anything. But somebody... There's twice, did. Somebody... Yeah, are you able to just put in a question? Is that how that works? I can't ask a question. I could vote on my own poll, I think. Or no, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. Oh, there's the questions. Do you like eggs? Do you prefer nuts or almonds? Okay. Well, that's kind of weird. I can't see them quickly here. Interesting, interesting. That's pretty neat, though. I like that. I'll have to remember that. In Q&A. Oh. Okay. So, hey, he did overslick. So, yeah, I told you. I said you're probably sleeping. So, that's kind of not cool. When you end the poll or the Q&A, all the questions go away. So you can't like say, okay, we're closing questions so we can answer them. You just close it and they're gone. Ugh. Okay, well let's... Oh, we never did get the other GIF working, so... Man, show avatar would be kind of neat. What would we make the avatar huge? No answers for you. Yeah, no kidding. Smooth jazz video game. Yeah, it's all Mario 64, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So will this just throw my avatar somewhere? Okay, so I feel we're missing a step somewhere, getting images to show up somewhere. A button appears after pressing it. You type the question like you would send a message in chat. Yeah. That's pretty cool, minus the all disappearing part. Also, oh, that's so cool. I should save that for Moss and Stone Thursday, though. Alright, we're gonna show this off real quick. Sean Bova's working on my Moss and Stone art. This isn't done, but this is... You can see where it's going. That's legit, dude. It's Jack Redmere the mouse. Oh, it's so awesome. Anyway, that's Thursday. We'll talk about that Thursday. Matter of fact, I should probably... Still a lot to do. It feels a little dark. I don't know, Bova, I like it. I don't know if he means dark, like physically dark, like too much of a black color, or dark as in gritty and depressing. Excuse me. Alright, what was I doing? Yeah, there's OBS Studio. Change scene, toggle source, toggle filter, mute and unmute audio, start a recording, stop a recording, start stream. Y'all could type in a command and make my OBS start recording me. Save or replay. Oh yeah. Well, that's interesting. Okay. That's not what I want. Load to... Oh, hey, here we go. I didn't know there was some built in. Chat relay to Discord, song request, channel points, donation alert. Skip song, intermediate. Add words filter. Chat alert overlay. Okay, well, let's start with simple. We'll take donation alert. Let's get rid of this because I don't want that popping up. Here we go. Wish I could like. Can't pan around on this screen. All right, let me get it over here where y'all can see it. Whoop. So this is what it says, has a donation. And it just has audio clip and show text. Username, but okay, so if I want, let's just do a text message. Message contains. And then we'll go back to test. So it should, right? I don't want an audio clip. Has donation. Fires if the message includes donation information. So what do they have in the properties over here? 50%. Apparently there's a command for dad jokes. It has to be an... Oh, really? Well, how do we turn that on? Okay, I'm gonna throw a test up here real quick. Nothing. Okay. Did it say where the option was, Humble? Oh, that might be in the, not in this window, but this other thing over here. Oh, well, here's bottom dock menu bar. Well, there's nothing to force show menu bar. Make chat input the full menu bar. Oh, about that, Chief. Overlay. Okay, none of this is turned on. Okay. Translucent green, blah, 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 blah. Show viewer count. I don't want all that. Maybe you need new sources? Maybe. Y'all can't... I got a menu right here. It's not showing for y'all. Font size. Okay, so if we do that... Why you gotta call me out like that, mustache? Why are you so mean? Message contains. Let's do this again. Now, before you do anything, and I think I have to do this, which is gonna wipe the chat out on the screen. Where's the copy button? Copy link. There we go. And then I will come in here. Chat. Whoop. Yep, there you all went. And then if I put test, it still doesn't do anything. Nothing. Even though. Failure. Yeah, no kidding. It feels like there's an on switch somewhere for something needs opened up. We're just piddling with the chat twice dead, the little chat that comes up on the side. I just want to piddle around, see if we can make it do more things. Humble did introduce me to the fact that YouTube has a built-in Q&A feature, so like when you guys were asking questions yesterday in the interview with Moonlight, you could have just been submitting them and I would have had a list I could have looked at. Yeah. You know, I like on Twitch when people donate or something, like little GIFs will come up and stuff. I was wondering if we could do things like that without being too obnoxious. And I got it earlier before you were here. If somebody said something in chat, an auto reply could pop up from me. But I can't get it to throw any kind of image or GIF or anything. Going to bed early? Man, see you, Blaze. Yeah, I don't even know where that would be. Message effects? Oh, that's the sliding. Alright. We don't need that. Mechanics. GIF. Yes, because that is how it is pronounced. Hey, look, the guy who made the file type said that is how it is pronounced. So don't look at me. Oh man, visibility again. No. Alert types, skip. So there's just options to skip things, but we don't want to skip things. Layout and visibility. Again, just options to hide things, but I do not wish to hide things. Well, here's where I can test, like follows and subs and donations. That's neat. What happens? Okay, so that came up in the chat. Okay. But I'm like getting a whole graphic over here. But not... G stand. I know, but like... There's a really funny YouTube video of Sonic, of all things, having the GIF and GIF argument. I need to go find that and just send it whenever this comes up, because it's so stupid. It just goes on and on about the English language and how inconsistent and stupid it is. Mechanics. Again, just hiding things. Command? Oh, here's your maybe. Oh. Okay. There we go. I might have to wipe the chat out again. Let's see. Copy link. Chat. Oh, it doesn't look like anything changed. Alright, what happens if you do the joke command now? Humble. Message visibility. Block, remove. No, that's not what I want. Wow. Oh my goodness. Quick open chat pop-ups. These jokes are bad. Boo. Auto open all chat windows on Dock Connect. No, that's not what we want. Oh. Profiles. Man, I don't know, guys. I'm not seeing like a show images button or enable layer. Meeting's over. Oh man. Oh, you can do polls in here. That way every platform can see. That's nice. Polls, maps, keyboard. Okay, okay. We're still messing with the chat. Glee trying to get like the so and so followed, so and so donated. I can't get any. I can get the chat to reply under my name and, you know, put it in line with chat. So and so subscribed and did thing. I can't figure out how to get images to pop up. What's for breakfast twice did? Oh, custom GIF command. Enable custom GIF commands. But that's like, yeah, because you have to add a new command, so that's not, I don't think. I mean, we can try it. No, I totally lost my place in that long list of things. Display media overlay. Isn't that what we tried last time? Yeah. Okay, now even with that on. Coffee, cigarette, and bread. Are you using the URL with sample overlay in it? In OBS? Where is it? Let's see, social stream, doc, session, blah, 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 blah. Nope. Am I supposed to have sample overlay in my URL for the chat in OBS? It doesn't. Does that just go on the end, like /1 or slash sample overlay? And where are you getting that? Oh, featured chat overlay. Okay, is this it? Hang on, we might. If we do... Wrong button. Browser. Chat overlay. Oh, it's already in use. Chat overlay too. Okay. So if we put that there. Nothing. Okay. Blacked out. See that Jim one? Yeah, buddy. Okay, well, dude, I thought that was it, man. Dang. So there's featured chat overlay. Also, I don't... Humble... Was that sample overlay... Yeah, is that just supposed to be at the end of the URL, or...? Whitlow... Yeah, go ahead. Shoot. Looking over, making sure you haven't already messaged me. But yeah, go ahead. I know this track. This is the end of the game. Oh, Glee, if you're still watching. Not done yet. Still working on it. What is it? Got guitar. Starting with a template. Begin with our sample overlay template to understand the basics. Social stream. Okay, well, what's your session ID? Or does it get that automatically? Minimal template includes just the essential code for functioning overlay. Excuse me. Social. So is that? Let me go over here and look. Excuse me. .ninja/doc blah 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 blah. Oh, that's like interesting. If you replace your own the okay, well, what is my session ID? Yeah, I'm not sure where the ID stops in this long string of text. I'm really digging this track, though. Yeah, it's pretty big. So and then let me grab, I guess that, and then put it her. And then we'll try test. T-E-S-T. Okay, well, why didn't it give me my GIF? My GIF. Like peanut butter GIF. Oh, that just stays there. That doesn't go away. Oh, are we getting every message now? Oh, that's not what we're supposed to do. Oh, there it goes. Huh. I like... So we could super customize the chat if we wanted to. You're in the process of typing up the first draft on your RPG's rulebook. What happens on these streams? What is the Squirrel? Well, right now the Squirrel's just hanging out and messing with the chat to make future streams interesting. Oh, you hate the auto translate feature? So YouTube does like this weird auto translate with the chat. He's wrong, but that's what I was saying earlier. Is how he said. But anyway, yeah. Going back to the OG question here. What happens on these streams? It depends on the stream. Like today's just our hangout where we talk about a little bit of everything, whatever's happening, or I'm experimenting with chat features. To make other streams more interesting, I thought about we might get into some solo stuff today because I got a guy I want to interview that's making a solo game. Sometimes I show off the artwork that's currently being made for the game I'm working on. And other streams, we interview people making games, or doing the artwork for the games, or some creative project, we'll put it that way. Some streams are live plays. Some streams, like Thursday, are me working on my Moss and Stone game, so just kind of, you know, doing the thing, building community. But yes, do tell. What is the game about? Yes, I'm all tangled up, guys. Oh gosh. There we go. Are you doing Monster Week? I am not. I don't know what Monster Week is. Right now, the chat functionality is my monster. I mean, that's cool that we have the thing. I don't know why it's two different things. Like, you have that chat and then the regular chat feature. Some streams are spontaneous Pokemon deeps. That's, you know, it's sometimes you get an hour into a stream and you're like, hey, Pokemon, 2 more hours later. What are we doing, guys? Oh, I forgot to share Blaze's food tradition, and he's gone. He already went to bed. Dang it. Well, here's Blaze's food today. Pretty tasty looking. Alright. Okay, so it's not shooting up a GIF. Well, it's not doing this text thing either. Because everybody's messages are just coming up as is. So it's super not working. Open invite collab. People are making Faye thing that, ooh, just this week. I gotta crank out a video in a week. Bruh. Good hangout though, always fun, gets me through the home stretch at work. You can do it. It is about telling. Oh, it went away, but it's still on the screen over here. Wilder. Oh, I see why you deleted you accidentally hit the enter key. The theme was dragons. Aw, man, that would have been fun. Matter of fact, is that about when I made my dragon video? Or did I ever make the dragon video? Yeah, see, it's humble, it's still not. But the overlay is very interesting. I just don't understand why those are two different features. Like you have the regular chat overlay and then you can have another overlay. That's totally different. It's very nice looking, though. Scratch, you can just decide to make a themed week yourself, too. That's true. That's true. That's true. Very true. Also, Humble, where'd you get that screenshot you sent me? Where'd that come from? What, is it just dark mode of this, or? Yo, dog, I heard you like overlays. You put an overlay in your overlay for your overlay. The guide, okay. Getting too deep. Let's say I need to turn the joke feature off. Or I guess we can leave the joke feature on. That's fine. All right. Well, we need to get rid of this. Yeah, we don't need the overlay. Hide that for now. Foodstuffs. Foodstuffs is good. So let's see, the other thing I was gonna yak about today. How do you spell adventurous? Here it is. So this guy. I need a new window. This is kind of... Let's do this. Window capture. That's not what I want. Alright, we'll just do it like this. So adventurous. Can I grab you guys and put you over here? There we go. Yeah, so I did a review for this a long time ago. He reached out to me. I was a teeny tiny channel. Still am, but I was even teenier and tinier. Might have been the first person that reached out. He was either first or second, but anyway, it's a pretty interesting game. Because it's meant to be a stepping stone to getting people into TTRPGs, and for both players and GMs. So if you're, you and your friends never played and you're like, why do I do this? Like, it takes a lot of load off the GM, everything. You can just kind of roll and all that stuff. It's very neat. I liked it. I thought it was a pretty cool concept, but he is working on a solo version. Let's see. Is it in the side thing? It might not be public yet. I was thinking it was, but... And he's been cranking some stuff out. He's been making some Shadow Dark stuff. So, yeah, okay. It's public. So what he's doing is, it's currently only $3, but it is in development, and as it gets farther along, the price is going to go up. So, you can currently snatch it for super cheap. It's at 0.2 right now, and he said, I was just talking with him this morning, and he said 0.3 is coming up soon. So, Sebastian is his name. So I want to get Sebastian. He ran a game of Adventurous for us on Avenue Studios, and it was super cool. I want to get him on the channel, do a little interview, talk about where Adventures is at, what's coming down the pipeline, and then talk about the solo thing. But then what we want to do is we want to have another stream later where he just runs a solo adventure. I'll be there hanging out, asking questions, and seeing how it works. But he will run us through an adventure front to back solo. So I figured that would be super cool to, for one, show off the system, but also there's a lot of folks who are interested in the solo thing, but don't know how to get started. They don't know how it works. So also, Hadrosaur, you never finished your message there telling us what the game was about. It came and it went. Had a lunch meeting, which finally free. Lunch? Well, did they provide food? In Wisp, we were trying to do things with the chat. We kind of figured out how to do things and then kind of didn't. I have some reading material now. The problem is, like, I need a chat. I need chat to be around to test it out, but it's kind of boring for y'all to sit around and watch me figure it out. So, speaking of, did it? It didn't actually like do anything. Oh, this is highlighted for some reason. Interesting. Huh. But anyway, now I'm just talking about Adventurous. I guess Undaunted is the solo rules. Focused on paleontology themed stories at the moment. It has strong focus on wilderness survival, where people travel back to the Cretaceous and explore a dino wilderness. Yes! Think Conan. Conan Doyle's The Lost World when they are stuck on the plateau. In the future, I want to develop stories set in the present. Interesting. Can always use more dino TTRPGs. And not, Cosmosaurs. Dinosaurs in space. That one was so cool. That was fun. I meant actual dinosaurs, though. So anyway, I was going to say, I feel like because of the way Adventurous was set up, to take the load off GMs and, the enemies have things you can just roll. It's like, well, that should lend itself super well to solo. And I might be wrong, but I think his original plan was just to have a chunk in the book for solo rules, and Adventurous had a 2.0 recently, but I guess somewhere he decided to kind of branch off and make it its own book. Can I drop a dino with an elephant round? Depends on the dino, I would think. Speaking of dinos, I was just watching some YouTube video recently about the nonsense of one of the Jurassic World movies and that whole, oh yeah, we're going to use dinos in the military because that's totally a smart idea and good justification for the billions of dollars we're spending on them. Like a 4-bore bullet. Oh no, man. I know not. I want to say there's also going on. Hang on, I gotta find a link for it. Here we go. Crit is happening. Crit is it a week long? 19th through the 28th, so almost 10 days. Online TTRPG convention. I think it's in the Runehammer server, Discord server, and there's just a slew of games being played all day, every day for 10 days. For 9, I guess. I did not participate last year, which was the first year I heard about it. But I did have to jump in and help Dave because he had a full game for Ironbound. And like, nobody showed up despite scheduling and saying they would be there. Like, one person showed up and he was really wanting to give Ironbound a shot. So Dave was like, "Can you and Glee come help me?" I was like, "Sure." Jumped in. Yeah, it is Bomb on Battlefield. Everybody knows that tune. I thought about balancing it for larger dinos. No, that the players should be able to one-shot T-Rex trying to keep the dinos threatening. Yeah! All beings of this planet are composed of flesh. Most flesh is not most bullet resistant. That's true. I'm in the state of dev where I am testing that kind of thing. Oh yeah, that's the, that's the fun part, right? We'll put you guys back over here. That's where I really slow down. It's like, okay, now we gotta find players and set up games. That's where development grinds to a halt. That's sad. It is, like, it's gotta be a roller coaster of emotions, right? Because Ironbound is his system. So he was, wanting to show it off, get it out there, get the name out, and then you get a full table and you're like, all right, these people are interested in what I got. And then you show up and there's like one guy there and nobody else is there. It's like, what do you do in that situation? You call Scrat apparently, but you know what I mean. Just get in and be on standby for crit. I mean, you could if you want, if you just want to be on standby. I don't know if there's somewhere you sign up for that. It's just, Dave just knew me, so he just hit me up on Discord. It's like, hey, what are you doing? What are you and Glee doing? Help! But anyway, here's the games they got going. They got, I guess you could just sort here. Looks like they got Call of Cthulhu, Crown and Skull, Daggerheart, Dungeon Crawl Classics, Easy D6. There was a lot of index card RPG games going on, which makes sense because I was just talking with somebody who works at this thing yesterday. Runehammer is involved with this. I think it started with them, maybe? Might be lying. Other RPG. Pirate Borg, Shadow Dark, Star Trek, Tales. Tales from Elsewhere, what? Look at Peter. Doing things. Graver, I don't see my game on there that he's... They ran the adventure I wrote for him Sunday, and they're doing it again this coming Sunday. It looked like they had a good time. I didn't know Tales from Elsewhere was going to be there. Neat. What are these times? Like 7:30 at night and then 6. Oh, okay. I guess the event starts that night. I gotcha. Should be for signing. Oh, well, let's see. Let's just click one. I guess I'd have to be signed in to see that kind of an option. Where and when? The internet. But there might be Wisp. I don't know. Yeah, I still need to play Shadow Dark. There's Masked Paws. There's yeah. That is other RPG. That's Dave's doing that. When does it start? June 20th? Oh, so we got a while. That's like almost 2 months away, isn't it? Yeah, that's like exactly 2 months away. Monster of the Week is an RPG, right? It's a whole game. Because for a while I thought Monster of the Week was like a module for something or an event. The Ocean Incident. Hey, we did an interview about that. They're running that in ICRPG. Yeah. Yeah, you just missed her. She was here at the beginning of the stream. Lynn, lady who drew it. Somebody's playing Dreadful Doomscapes. Streamlined Superheroes. Oh, is Wes running? Who's running that? GM John Fredericks. Sharp Mountain Games. Yeah. Sharp Mountain. I think I know that guy. Oh, that just gives me the stuff he's running. I think, well, if it's who I'm thinking of, he watches my stuff. I see his comments every now and then. He does some solo stuff on his channel, I think. Wes isn't doing crit this year. He'll be on vacation. Okay. Man, that loser is just never available. You can tell him I said so. He still owes me Shadow Dark and something. I forgot what it was. But Streamlined Superheroes, I think when I was in one of his chats one night, we just made a character in that. And it seemed pretty streamlined. Seemed like it'd be pretty cool. Well, anyway, Dinosaur Man, if you're still here, yeah, you looking to like get things tested out? Feedback? Is that what you're hoping for? Get some play testers? Grim Tooth Museum of Death. What else we got? Chicken and Water. Monster of the Week is an RPG. It is powered by... That's right. Is that right? Is that what I found out a while ago? So the only Powered by the Apocalypse thing I have played is the game over there you can't see called 10 Day Red, and it was super cool. Did I say that with a question mark? It was super cool, but it had a lot of stuff added on to it. Like, it was a very, I don't want to say in-depth system in the sense it was complicated, but it had lots of new features, which we didn't get to use in the one shot. It was meant for longer term play, and the world for 10 Day Red is super cool. All the lore was so awesome, but that was my first Powered by the Apocalypse experience, because it is based off that system. And I really want to play some more of just some more pub-to games. Kind of want to try like the core. Let's see where it goes from there. Don't really like pub-to. I'm just tired. Let's say I can't be tired of it. I haven't been exposed to it. I feel like I've played other games that are essentially Powered by the Apocalypse. Same concept. In fact, what were we? If I'm I was gonna say, if I'm understanding pub-to right and how it works, if you removed one role from Outgunned, it would pretty much be the same thing. Especially the brawl mechanics. Outgunned was so much fun. It was great. I won't play it again. Let's see. More easy. That's a lot of easy D6. I like seeing that. Peasant. Oh, That's yeah, Zachary. Okay, he's running a game of peasant. All right. Look, so this whole event is free, as far as I know. If you guys want a silly, fun, good time, go sign up for Peasantry. It is the goofiest, silliest game, and Zach is a trip. Awfulheim's crops have failed. Yeah. Peasantry is wild. There was a time when indie designers just made up the heck and called it a day. I could see that happening a lot. From Neolithic fantasy to Avatar last, it was everywhere. I could see that. As I say, the thing about, that's why I was hesitant to say I've played a Powered by the Apocalypse game, because Dim Day Red added so much. It's like, it is a system all on its own. It just has like that core concept of you roll and, you know, that type of success, and things just keep moving forward. In the process of writing up the core rulebook and writing some stories to properly test the system at the moment instead of testing. Usually test at a local game group that meets in a cafe. Well, aren't you fancy? With your real people. This music, I feel like I've just finished playing 18 and admit to your concert club. Yeah, man. It's good times. Okay, so see now I feel like I gotta go to this crit thing and support the lads, but then I'm taking space at their table. Shadow Dark. Oh, that was already half full. See, that's a 2-hour game. I can do that. I like the short ones. Not these 4-hour ones. I can't do that. 3 hours. That's pretty long for a Peasantry game. Peasants usually die pretty fast. Oh, there's more streamlined. Same guy doing it? Yep. 2 hours? June 26th, that's a Monday at 5 o'clock. Maybe. That's another one I need to learn. Karen or Kern, however you say that. I don't know this. Stars without number. Oh, that's what dude was talking about last night on Dave's stream. I don't know anything about it. What sees beneath the sunken city? Is that the name of the game, or is that? Oh, Elder Goblin. Hey man, hey, I know that guy too. Well, so is he playing his 7 Deadly Sins game? Oh, there we go. System 7 Deadly. Yep. Well, how about that? Jeez. I know these people. Whisper in the Dark. Dave Ward. That's Dave from Grimwood Game. Ironbound. Okay. I might have actually played this. Killing the City's Long About. Yeah. I did a very early test run of that. See, I did all the testing for you guys so you could have this good crit experience of finished products. Scrat the celebrity. Yeah. Scrat the stepping stool everybody uses to get past me. They just use me, man. That's okay. Bad actor. Index card. See, the idea is I keep helping people, and one of these days, somebody will get rich and famous and remember me and give me $1 million. Then I can retire. Brindlewood Bay. Oh, there's Tales from Elsewhere. So I got a feeling I know this one too, because I was just talking to somebody about it. Okay, so it wasn't who I thought it was, but I do know the person. It's Salty Nick. Which, you know, sometimes he drops in the streams. Salty Nick ran a game of Pirate Board for me and some of the lads. A cozy mystery. Oh, it's just, what is Brindlewood Bay? Somebody was just talking about that. Brindlewood Bay. A cozy murder mystery game. Doesn't sound like those go together. Alright, I have no idea what this is. Steve Boucher. Okay, so I say. Do I know this person too? More peasantry. Psalm of the Sleeper. Oh, okay, that's more Jorban. 7 Delvings. Alright, he likes his catchy titles. Cloudfall. That's Dave from Grimwood Games. I know that one. Yep. You should just become an author. Write a book. I like how you spelled right. And sell a bunch of books. Easy way to become a millionaire. It's so easy. Just write books. Peter and Wes have both talked about it, I believe. Murder is usually uncozy. That's kind of what I was thinking. So if I click Grimwood, yeah, how much? Oh man, my nose itches. Allergies. So he's running 6 games. I don't know where Dave gets the time for this. And they're all 3 hours. He's running 2 on the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. At least they're like spaced out. How's he? Oh, well, that's 7:30 for me. That's it. I was gonna say, how's he gonna get home from work in time? That's 8:30 for him. Okay. See, I gotta keep up with you lads sometime. Y'all, somebody's gotta knock you on the head sometimes. Knock some sense into you. Like Blaze, I'll get on to him for staying up too late. He plays old lady solving a mystery in it, as I recall from Peter. Really? Man, I feel like the cozy thing's taken off. I'm seeing more and more of it in literary spaces, and it's just, to me, it seems like the most unappealing thing you could write. Because when I think cozy, I think, okay, nothing is happening. It's cozy. But there's usually some kind of drama, right? You know, who's sleeping with who or who murdered who. But it's a lot of people getting into it. I'm reading One Piece, and does this story have a pacing problem? And One Piece like 3,000 episodes long? Oh wait, I think, holy crap, that is not today. Okay. Crap. Wait a minute. I'm looking at my schedule. I thought I was supposed to be somewhere, and then I thought I missed it yesterday, but I don't think I have missed anything. Let me double check. Oh! It's my classified schedule. Y'all can't see this. mostly because I can't find it. Where'd it go? All right. Invitation. Today at 5. Okay. Man, I swear. So, like, I've mentioned this before. YouTube has been doing this thing where they're like picking individual creators, bringing them to these events that, for whatever reason, it's supposed to be exclusive, and I'm not supposed to. I'm not allowed to talk about what's happening in it. I think I'm at least allowed to say, hey, they're doing this thing, and it's cool what they're doing, like trying to work with channels individually and stuff. And I got drawn somehow, but like their scheduling is getting to be frustrating because like it's like, yep, it's at this time we're doing this thing, and you go check it 2 days later and it's been moved and time has changed, and then something comes up like a day before it's supposed to happen. It's just like, guys, I want to participate, but you're making this difficult. So, and I get it, they got a lot of moving parts on their end trying to make all this work. They actually talk about that a bit at the last get together. I guess somebody was complaining other than me. Wonder Home is a cozy RPG when is barely even a game. It kind of makes sense. It hasn't been done much. Ostensibly, Ryutama is a cozy JRPG style tabletop RPG. JoJo is longer by page count and breeze to read. Are you guys battling in a cage for algorithm placement? Would be neat, wouldn't it? Which might not be the coolest thing for me, because one of the guys that was in one of the group calls we were doing, like, he showed up and had like the, what do you call the thing? Like the samurais wear. Is it Komodo? Or is that what the women wear? You know what I'm talking about, that kind of style thing. And he had like freaking swords and stuff on the wall. I was like, what is this guy? And I looked him up, and he was some martial arts channel. So I think he'd win that one. would not go well for me. Right to him, I was like Oregon Trail, but weebish. Oh man. So, but no, it's like they're I'm trying to figure out how to word it, because I don't even know what they're trying to do, honestly. Like they have the different categories that they're getting people in, and I got pulled in for streaming, which is why, since this year I've had such an uptick in streaming, because they were like, you need to do this more. And I'm constantly trying to figure out what to do with my channel, so when YouTube themselves are like, hey, you need to stream more, I'm like, all right, I'm on it, boss. And I ain't asking questions. If anybody knows what my channel needs, it's you guys. So, a Kabuto? I thought that was something else. That's a Pokemon. What's a Komodo? That's a lizard. Okay. Alright. Kabuto's the helmet, isn't it? You know, like the little thing you wear in karate class, your gi or whatever. It's just something like that. What are the benefits of streaming more? I don't know. So, like, that's what they were saying. They were like, hey, we handpicked all these people and blah, 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 blah. And based off your statistics and whatnot, they're like, we want you to join the streaming group. And I reached out back to the lady, and I was like, it's like, I'm in, I'm game, I'm there. But, like, why? Because I don't stream that much. It's like the thing I do the least on my channel. And it does not get a lot of traffic. I was like, can you tell me why? And they're like, no. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I didn't want to know anyway. But I will say, But I was gonna say, these little community things they're doing are kind of challenging us. That's why in February I streamed so much. I had to get like 10 streams in a month. And they're trying new features. We're kind of the guinea pigs for some stuff, but some... I was gonna say, since I started streaming more, for whatever reason, even though I don't feel like my streaming traffic has picked up too much, definitely not very noticeable. The sub count has been going up a little bit, but I've noticed my older videos are getting cycled a lot more. Like they're getting... YouTube's pulling them out, or pulling them out of my library and putting them back in the algorithm. It feels like so. Like I've been getting comments on much older videos from newer viewers. Like, okay, all right. Well, I was like, I like streaming anyway. It's significantly easier. But also, the thing I like about streaming, and I may have mentioned this a couple streams ago when I was talking about backing off the videos a little bit. Because one, I didn't have much to say in videos, I didn't feel like. But I really like the streaming part of the conversation. I mean, obviously we have like what, the 5-second delay or whatever, so that gets a little weird, but like the conversation is much more direct between you guys and me, versus if I make a video, I try to make them conversation pieces in the sense like, hey, here's a thought, here's a concept, let's talk about it. But it's 10 plus minutes of me throwing information at you, and then you get to write up one response versus, and you know, I mean, obviously we can go back and forth in the comments, but like, it's a little more disconnected, as despite how hard I may try, and like it does get conversations going, and it's very cool to see. But like in the stream, it's a little, I guess, more immediate, more connected. So I can be sitting here looking stuff up, and, you know, digging into that. When we're working on Moss and Stone, we can just bat ideas back and forth, but with a 5-second delay. But it's a little more connected to the community, which I like. Because I really don't want to be that guy who makes videos and it's like, this is the right way to do things, or, you know, just here's my advice. Blah, blah. Like I made a video that got no views that I really liked the point of. I probably could have said it better, but it was the critic trap. And I was like, hey, it's really easy to get up here, and even if you're trying to humble yourself and be like, yeah, I don't know everything, but here's my 2 thoughts on this. And, you know, people are like, yeah, that's cool, that's smart, you know, that's a good idea. And you bask in that positive reinforcement, for lack of better words. And depending on how you manage your comments in community, you might just delete everything negative. I don't delete anything. I have not had to delete a single comment, I don't think. The only one I might have deleted is a comment I think somebody left on the wrong video, because it was so confusing. It had nothing to do with the video. I think the guy was just drunk and put the wrong comment on the wrong video. But even then, it wasn't like aggressive or mean or anything. It's just like, buddy, I think you're in the wrong place. So, well, I'm saying your view of self or whatever can kind of skew, and your head starts to swell up, and you think you know a bit more than you do. And it's like, I really don't want to fall into that trap. So, whereas when we're streaming, if I say something stupid, y'all call me out almost immediately, right? If you're in the chat, catch it. Professional YouTube is high stakes, high effort game where you never know the rules, but get rewarded or punished. Yeah, it's a shot in the dark. Casino where the rules of the game aren't explained anywhere, that's for sure, but you could still lose your house, absolutely. I haven't watched the video since. Yeah, it was just a little... It was kind of like a check-in for me, but also just like a little check-in for other people too. It's like, hey, yeah, you know, when you watch these YouTubers, like, this is something to keep in mind. And this is something I do strongly like about YouTube, but at the same time don't really hold it against them. Because while they might perpetuate the problem, the original problem is not their fault. Oh, in mobile, your comments can go to different channels. No clue why. Well, maybe that's what happened. That's weird. But anyway, so the YouTube issue here, one of many, is that critic trap I was talking about. Like where your head can just, because you just keep saying things and people are like, yeah, man, I like what you have to say. And you're like, yeah, I'm a genius. If you do not make content regularly, not just YouTube, like whatever, if you're posting blogs, if you're making music, if you're posting to Substack or whatever it's called, whatever you're making, if you don't do it regularly, people forget about you. Like we have the data to prove that abundantly. So in the YouTube world, what that leads to is people, I mean, I'm sure you've seen a YouTuber burn out, but what happens is you're like, oh, I have to make a video. What do I talk about? You're just looking for something to say, so you end up saying a whole lot of nothing that sounds like something, and then people are like, oh, that's smart, and they think you're smart, and it's like, you didn't say anything. You didn't do anything. You just provide a lot of empty comment. And there was a few streams ago where I had made the comment about, that's what I really dislike about channels that try to be helpful, like ADHD channels. That's super counterproductive to them, to just constantly make videos that they don't need to make, but they're having to make them to try and stay on top of the radar, other people's radar. But the last thing ADHD people need is more videos coming in to distract them, right? So it's like, gosh, it ends up causing more problems. And there's, like I said, there's just a lot of empty content floating around. And that's like, when they told me, hey, do more streaming, I was like, I'm there, because streaming, I mean, yeah, I guess you could call it empty content, but like, we're just hanging out, having a good time. It's not, to me, the videos I try to make, at least, and I know every channel is different, but like, I feel like there's supposed to be a message to the world, like, hey, here is something I have to say, which means it doesn't need to be empty. And when I was trying to squeeze something out every 2 weeks, it's like, dang, I don't have that much to say, guys. There's not a lot going on up there. But I don't know. That was a rant. I was commenting on a TF2 video about Heavy, and it ended up in a completely different channel. That was about Scout. Jeez. I feel like I've heard of that happening, though. I know I've seen people say, I'm sorry, I commented on the wrong video. I thought I was commenting on your other video. So same channel, but I don't know. Now that makes me paranoid where all my comments are going. But you say it's mobile? I say I don't use mobile, so I guess I'm in the clear. But going back to it, like I was saying, that's not YouTube's problem. That's just they're perpetuating the problem, but people's attention spans are their own problem. And we've seen time and time again, if you're not constantly feeding them something, they'll forget about you. That's kind of like why some books, authors, their books have gotten shorter. It's one reason lit RPG is taking off so well right now, because it's just bam, 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 bam. You just keep posting and people are like, oh yeah, I get a new piece every day or whatever. Serials are making a big comeback. Which I guess I need to learn how to write serials, because, you guys don't want to wait 5 years for another book. And I don't blame you. That was a long time. Oh, man. But also streaming, yeah, we're hanging out. You could call it empty content, but like we're maybe not today. But usually we're working on something. Like Moss and Stone, we'll be working on that. And what I'd like to do, kind of did it with Sage's Zellerin. He came on and we did a little world building stream. I'd like to do more of that. That way it's not just always my stuff. Like, get other people on here, like, if they're having a world building problem, like, I don't know what to do with this, or I am trying to come up with something here, and just, all right, well, get on here, and let's brainstorm, because it's like a win-win-win-win-win situation, right? I get views, I get content, I get a stream, I get to build my community, right? But then they get exposure for what they're working on, so they don't have to go through all the drama and beef of making a YouTube channel and all that. They can hop on to a community and a crowd that already exists. They get the exposure, and then they get some help with their project. They get some ideas. They get access to me, and then they get access to you guys too. And you guys always have a ton of ideas. So, like, it's beneficial for everybody. Everybody benefits in that kind of scenario, which is, you know, the ideal situation, right? Scrat, my good man, I just had the most ingenious of ideas. Arthurian myth mixed with World War I. I don't know what you're talking about, Twice Dead. That was my idea, not yours. I'm just kidding. That does sound pretty cool, though. The weird World War things are... those are neat. Dogfights become jousts in the clouds. Trenches become moats and small castles pop out. Ah, man. All right, so you got to drop everything you're doing now and go work on that. Oh, write it down, man. Write it down and store it somewhere. Like a radio show, Humbles. Yeah. I remember some of those old radio shows. But yeah, that's a good comparison. It just seems way more constructive. And streams are usually more engaged, right? So when you're in the chat, you're chatting. Versus the videos, a lot of videos get put on the background. People are working and just kind of have it going in one ear. That's why in some of my videos, I know at least one or two, I have started the video like, hey guys, whatever you're doing, stop and pay attention to what I'm gonna say. Like, especially that yelled video. Like, do not half listen to this video. Because I need to make sure you understand it in full. So. Oh no, man. And that's another thing, like shorts. I find it really fun and an entertaining challenge to try and make a short, in the sense of, okay, how can I build up a joke, get the punchline, do all this in like 90 seconds or whatever. Like, that is a fun challenge. But I don't do it because shorts are a problem. Like, they're not good for you if you're just sitting there scrolling, you know, short. Like, that's not healthy. So, but I will say what I am considering with shorts now, because shorts are super good for your channel, supposedly. And there's this lady, I noticed what she used to make long form videos, but it was still pretty short, just like a couple minutes. They were like fun science facts, and they weren't doing very good. So she took those exact same videos and made them shorts. When YouTube rolled out a change not too long ago where shorts can now be up to 3 minutes long. She's using almost the full 3 minutes in her shorts, and they're doing super duper well. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, that's not a short anymore, but it's in the shorts format that people are scrolling. So I was like, all right. So I've been spitballing some ideas for some shorts to do creative exercises. So like, I got to come up with a challenge for you in at least 3 minutes or less, and that will hopefully make you stop doom scrolling and think about it, and, you know, write something back like, oh, here's the answer, or something like that. Here's what I would do, like present a room in a TTRPG. It's like, all right, you know, here's this room, concrete walls, concrete floor, concrete ceiling. There's vines on the wall. In the center of the room, there's a pedestal with a glowing blue orb on it. door seal shut behind you, room starts flooding, or door shuts behind you, what is the trap and how do you get out? Like, it's like, oh, then the GMs will be like, oh, there's a good trap, and the players will be like, I do this, you know. Something like that. Get the brain thinking. Can't let Reign of the Horned Emperor go to the wayside, but Knights of No Man's Land is gonna be somewhere in my notes. Absolutely. Outside Western European medieval, which region / historical period makes the best TTRPG setting, be it pure historical or fantasy added? Now, is that an idea for a short, or is that like a legit question for me? Need to have your squirrel with shorts photoshopped on them. That's a good idea, but he's usually, he's usually cropped right at the belly. That's good. I do have one. What was it? He was in shorts, like the whole video. Was it Rogue Oct? It had to be something water-based because he had swimming trunks on. It might have been let's see. Oh, you know, I got totally distracted. I was supposed to be finding my schedule. I'm getting a phone call. I hope I'm not supposed to be somewhere. Oh, I know I can access my schedule. Let's see. Go right here. I gotta make sure I'm not showing it to y'all, because I will get in trouble. Tonight, 5 o'clock, and then nothing till the 28th. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I had something on my calendar tomorrow, and I just checked this yesterday. Because I have a call with the editor tomorrow, and I was like, wait, I have this thing at noon, let me go double check, and then they moved it up an hour. Is it not there anymore? Y'all are killing me. Y'all's killing me. Okay, there's a totally different page of events. Okay, alright. Daggone it, YouTube. Y'all killing me. Let's see. A question for me. My long forms are usually less than 3 minutes. Oh, you got a YouTube channel? Wow. I have to go check it out. Outside which regional historical period makes the best TTRPGs? So I'm super bad at history. Does Weird World War count as historical setting? Well, you said pure historical or fantasy added. I really like the world. I haven't really got to play in much, but what little I did and then some of the settings I toyed around with, excuse me, are super cool. I will say the Four Horsemen, that Easy D6 module Carl Makes Stuff made, it takes place during the 100-Year War. I could not tell you what century that was, but that was super fun. Because, like, it was not quite an apocalypse, but, like, the apocalypse was kind of around the corner. But I don't know what's the best. Well, I will say there is a fun period that I feel like is becoming more and more known just from memes, that there is a period of time where you can have a gunslinger, what is it, a gunslinger, a samurai, and something else. Like, it makes sense that they would all three be there. It's such this weird overlap of time and technology. So that can be fun. Need to look at the Eastern Europe and the Ottoman Empire. Oh, it's Crabsoft. What's up, nerd? I think the Bronze Age is underrepresented. That, yeah. Wotc is the birthplace of Dracula. The Three Kingdoms periods of China could be nice. Yeah, yeah. go play some Dynasty Warriors in that case. Definitely something along Four Horsemen. It was a fun setting. Pick up lines. Yeah, Mustache was having a good time in that one. Colonial era for the Americas. Black Powder Fantasy. Yep. That's a fun one. A gunslinger, samurai, pirate, and an English Victorian. Yeah, you know what I'm getting at. Like, that is such a mishmash of times. But accurate. But accurate. Alright, what was I saying before I got sidetracked with that? It's gone now. Oh. Are there any, like, retro future TTRPGs? Roll for ray gun. Between independence and the Civil War around 1880. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. I will say, Tom Cruise aside, that last Samurai movie was kind of a fun peek into that, because, like, Samurai was on the way out, and the Westerners had their guns and everything, and you got to see the Gatling gun. Like, that's a interesting time. Cowboy, samurai, and still alive French pirating days. Yup. For sure, for sure. Also, I need to make sure I'm not tripping, because I didn't put this on my calendar, but I'm pretty sure. Me and the editor are supposed to meet up tomorrow. Not today, in like 3 minutes. April 22nd. That's tomorrow. Okay. Let me put it on my calendar. At 1 o'clock. That's right, I get time to eat. 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock. That's gonna be a heck of a meeting. Alright. There's one that's Victorian era Martian conquest. Very old school space travel. Ooh. Samurai and gunslingers are known for combative quick draw techniques. That's true. Samurai loved guns, they just didn't know how to make them. They had to reverse engineer Portuguese guns. Samurai was just a big rival. Now, I will say, and I hadn't put much thought into it until like a year ago or so, when I was doing one of those chats with the Planar Crossroads crew. The Neolithic era is super appealing to me for playing him. I don't know if our dinosaur friend is still here. He moved on, but sounds like he's taking a poke at that era. And then Cyros, I believe his diceless TTRPG that I need to play is also in that era. A lot of samurai movies were inspired by cowboy movies, so samurai movies would inspire the latter spaghetti westerns. Yep, as you look, 7 Samurai. That went on to inspire the Magnificent Seven, so samurai to western. The 7 Samurai is such a good movie. I love it so much. I really wish somebody would make a faithful remaster. Like, you know, beat for beat, all the same, just updated effects. So people don't bonk each other with swords, like, you know, they actually cut them and stuff. Og the game. Caveman communication. OG or Og? phone's just doing things over here. Ping this, ping that. This is just everybody and their everyone pings. I hate Discord so much. Wow. Because everybody has to have a Discord. With Tom Cruise leading, of course, of course. Harakiri was such a depressive movie. I have not seen that one. Caveman grunt. Oh, go, go, go. Kazdoc would make a good caveman. Orcs are pretty close, right? Blue-Eyed Samurai. Is that a movie? Game? Show? Blue-Eyed Samurai. What am I gonna get when I Google that? Adult animated action television series. Created and written by wife and husband team Amber and Michael. It's a party game like RPG where everyone knows 6 different grunts that mean specific. It's all caveman, bro. Neolithic really work as a pure historical setting, or do you really just want primal? That's the thing, I don't know, man. I just like the idea. See, when I think of Neolithic setting, I'm thinking, you know, the caveman, and you got big beasts, right? So there's your big monsters that you have to worry about, like dinos or whatever, but I think of the caveman not knowing anything. So, like, you have that fun thing you can do, whereas, okay, did this strange thing they find, is it actually magic? Or is it some lost technology from aliens or something? But it's magic to them? Like, it's so much fun. Cave orcs are cavemen but green. Bigger secret and greatest strength. Well, here's a trailer. Teaser trailer. Is it out? Oh, 2023. Okay, I guess it's out. I've never heard of this. It looks cool. It's got George Takei in it. Oh my. He's the only one I recognize. Maybe Masaoka? Yeah, that's... Isn't that the dude from that little hero show? I had to give it a watch. How many seasons? 2 seasons. I can handle that. Or is it still going? So Primal, yeah. Yeah. There's 1 episode in season 2 on IMDb. Our oldest stories come from the Neolithic. The Seven Sisters is an example of this. A story that is 100,000 years old. Alright, Twice Dead. So is this show still going or is it done? Don't get me hooked on something that's not done yet. Like, I will not start a show if it's not done yet. Because so many times it'll be good, and either the show gets canceled, doesn't finish, or it pulls, you know, the Game of Thrones thing where it's just last season turns into a dumpster fire. I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but that seems to be the example everybody knows. I've been wanting to watch One Punch Man, but didn't the most recent season just become a dumpster fire? It was just like they cut the budget by 90% for some reason. is not done yet, so I will wait. And I will wait, and if it's good from season 1 to season end, I will watch. Season end as in they actually finished it. What's another show that happened to? It's pretty, you know, Lost. There's an old example. They set up all these cool mysteries and things and then just went nowhere with it. Matter of fact, that might have been the last show that I was watching before it was done. And then it was just like, nope, never doing that again. I wasted so much time. What in the world are we listening to? Mario 64, but jazzified. Isn't it great? Also, Skillum, how much crit you signing up for? Gonna go support Dave and everything he's running? One Punch Man was weird. They took out the more experienced animators from the first 2 seasons and put them into other projects. The 3rd season, they only had newbies animating. Arcane was another one. Like, season 2 was bad of Arcane, whereas season 1 was so good. Not because I definitely can't guarantee you'll be there. Lots of after-school kids stuff and having to work over. That's the worst. Y'all want to see something stupid? How am I gonna do this? I was just sitting here thinking I need to finish editing my video. Give y'all a sneak peek. Can I do that? Let's see. Y'all can see some behind the scenes. Window. Oh man. Capture audio. Yeah, y'all are gonna need that. Oh, why is it so, Here we go. Let me put it at the bottom. Okay, maybe we don't do that. Crap. What am I doing? There we go. Arcane dropped the ball so hard. It did. It was... Because they had set... I mean... You knew it wouldn't be as good as that first season. Because that was like... That set a standard. Like, this is what you should achieve to be. I just steadfastly refuse new properties. Cowboy Bebop and the original Trigun are both great. And clock in under 30. Yeah! Complete the trifecta with Outlaw Star. Man, I remember Outlaw Star. Anyway, let me pause this. Can y'all hear this? Let me... Okay, there's sound playing. This is what I was working on right before stream. So yeah, let's do the thing. Oh, it's so stupid. Yeah, Trigun. I need to watch Trigun again. Because I watched it, I don't know, it might have been new when I watched it. But it was good. Too funny. Well, it's a review of Outgunned, and Outgunned's like all the action movies, right? So, the road has a gun. Double O short circuit. Yeah, so we're gonna have all the old action transitions. Enjoying the new Trigun. So I saw like a screenshot or picture of the new Trigun, and it's like, wow, that looks so bad. Just the way they restyled him and everything. But then I saw some little 60-second animation of it or something. It was just a clip from a scene, and it was like, okay, that was animated super cool the way they did it. He still looks terrible, but that was animated because like he threw something up and was shooting it and it like shattered everywhere. It was super cool looking, but they just made him look so weak and pathetic. I mean, I don't know if that's the angle they're going for, but you watch Trigun every year, so one of those old. I need to rewatch Cowboy Bebop, Trigun. I don't think I ever watched all of Outlaw Star because I was catching it at a friend's house when I was a little kid. Never watched Hellsing. I know of it, but bounced off the new Trigun pretty hard, like 2 episodes in. Seems like a huge departure. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's what's so frustrating. Like these things, they remaster them or whatever, and they change them so much. It's like, just make a new story. Like, you were almost there, but it's ride the IP coattails and try and get everybody. It just makes everybody mad. First or second episode of season 1. But yeah, well, didn't he like throw something up and shot it, and it shattered into a bunch of things? Or did it shatter and then he shot all the little pieces? I can't remember what he did, but it was pretty cool looking. One perfect version, and that's all I need. Outlaw Star is a weird one, but very fun. It was super cool. That one may or may not have inspired very heavily a story that I worked on. So for those of you that I don't know, but like I'm in the fantasy scene, right? That's what I write. But I started in science fiction, and I'm taking I have everything I can. I have taken from the sci-fi world I was working on and bringing all my characters over and stuff. So there was a story I worked on that Outlaw Star had a very heavy impression on little old me. He shot a missile. Okay, is that what he did? So, as a matter of fact, the story I'm working on now, yeah, that was originally a sci-fi story, and it's funny because it's in a medieval fantasy setting right now, and there's a couple remnants left over from when it was sci-fi. I was like, oh, that actually doesn't make sense in this world. So. It made sense in the sci-fi story. Nothing too egregious, like, walking into the castle and finding a computer or something like that, but like I think one thing was because this guy is supposed to be protecting this child, that old trope, and the child goes off to school. And it's like, wait a minute. This is medieval city. I don't have schools. So. But that's just a remnant from when it was in a sci-fi world. Rip Van Wiegel and Sarah's when I was a kid. Yeah, it kind of did, didn't it? Kaz. I will say though, this current track is one of my, not the favorite, but it is one of my preferred video game tracks. The Mario 64 ending theme's really good. I knew the Trigun because it's an alternate timeline. Oh, in the new Trigun, it's an alternate timeline. It's almost like I get to watch Trigun for the first time again. Okay, you like the new Trigun because it's an alternate timeline. So it's just a whole different thing. So that's what... I don't know if we have any Final Fantasy fans here. I've been watching this guy's stuff about the new Final Fantasy Rebirth, or whatever it's called. It's not a remaster. It's not a remake. It's just a total redo. Like, they added... I'm confused. It's like it's a whole other timeline, parallel timelines or something, and it has nothing to do with the original Final Fantasy VII, but it has all the same characters, so it can nostalgia bait everybody into buying it. Catboy got it here. I just don't know why people do that. Man, if you're gonna, you know, you come up with a new timeline and universe, so you can change all the characters, you know, the already established characters to fit the story you want to tell. It's like, just make a new story, you know? But I don't know, you know, a lot of those writers got to answer to the bigwigs, and that's what they get told to do. Hey, short? You calling me short? I guarantee you I'm taller than you. Peter found that one out at Gen Con. I'm starting to get hungry. What do I have for lunch today? I think it's rice and veggies and ground up venison. The Dragon Quest games are like that, a handful of separate timelines all dealing with the same themes, kind of like Final Fantasy does. 1, 2, 3, and 11 are linked. Interesting. It said... Oh, it did the... Ah, man, that's so stupid. Yeah, it did... I gotta figure out how to do that. Turn off that translation thing. Yeah, because when I hover over it, yeah, it says scrap. I figured he was just on his phone and it auto-corrected him, but no. Man, yeah, how do we turn that off? Clearly taller than me. That's right. Don't you forget it. Oh, I can put a goal on here. 10 super chats. Timer. Is that... Oh, no, here's my options. My chat goals are just 1 super chat, 5 super chat, 10 super... There's all super chats. We can't have other goals than that? That's... scummy. Oop. There's a chat box. Bam. The author of Divergent announced that they are rewriting the series, but the main character made a different choice during the inciting incident. I think that, that's just when you're out of ideas. But you know, I can sit here and fuss all I want about it, but people keep doing that because people keep paying for it, so. And that's kind of why I've backed off the videos, right? It's like, okay, yeah, I can sit here and fuss about what is and isn't better story, but like, hey, you know, if people are paying for it and going to see it, what difference does it make? 10 super chats and Scrap plays a saxophone. Talking about, I'm playing it right now. The only good thing about Divergent is that it's basically killed. Is that what did it then? Because man, there sure was a lot of them there for a little while. It's like you couldn't go outside without seeing one. Now we just live in one, right? Oh, man. Did Netflix do an animated Scott Pilgrim? That was a weird movie. Video game was fun though. We'll beat 'em up. Beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Let's see. Let's put this back on the board. Boop. Get rid of DaVinci. Boring day. Yeah. I was just actually, that might be what's on the screen right now. I was just looking at all your games. Yeah, these are all yours. We were looking at Crit. Seeing how many games you were running and how in the world you got time for all of it. Looks like you got one for They Come From Above, one for Whisper in the Dark, and one for Clownfall so far. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you're here now, Dave. Wasn't it Crit last year? You had to call on me and Glee? Because you had that like a full Ironbound game set up, and then only one person showed up. That was Crit, wasn't it? Dystopia we got is objectively the lamest one possible. No robots or aliens or overloads or anything. I agree. It's just depressing. Scott Pilgrim was a fun game. The movie was directed by the same dude that did Hot Fuzz. Oh, well, that explains a lot. It was Crit. Okay, I thought it was. I was telling them the story earlier when we were looking at all the Crit stuff. Just boring evil, not the exciting evil. Ooh, I hear the mixer out in the kitchen. I think Glee's making cookies. Peanut butter cookies, if I'm not mistaken. I'm surprised they come from above cloud. You're surprised that come from above cloud fly as someone. I mean, maybe it just sounds cool. Those were both your one pages, right? That ended up kind of spilling off into something more. I gotta get you some masked paws players. Look, man, look. I'm gonna tell you, Dave. I'm gonna tell you. You gotta break into the furry community. That's before the Kickstarter goes live. You know, that could be the $1 million Kickstarter. The furries got money, so you know, just kind of accidentally leak the information their way. You know, go to a convention somewhere and get in the ventilation system and just dump business cards in there. There's still one page? Oh, okay, I thought they had expanded out into a little more. Or we're on the verge of it. It's a very full one page. You've been learning to bake? Definitely something I wish I'd learned from my grandma when I had the chance. Currently working on making good biscuits. Bread soon. Very good. I can give you my super simple pizza dough recipe. Nothing to it, but it makes good dough. I was surprised they got the cast back. So speaking of bread and bacon and everything and pizza dough, so something I learned not too terribly long ago, and despite making pizza dough for a very long time, there's a local baker around here that's gotten established recently, and he said, so you know how you put some kind of sweetener in your dough to make it rise on your various bread products. Usually you shoot a little honey in there is usually the go-to sweetener, at least around here. Honey, different types of honey will kill your yeast. So that's why some breads will rise way better than others, and some won't rise at all, barely. And it's not when I say certain types of honey, I don't mean certain brands. Like, oh yeah, the Walmart brand. No. It's like whatever the bees got into that season. Like there's something, different things they can pollinate will kill your yeast. So I use maple syrup as my sweetener, and it makes super good pizza dough. That's the only bread thing I can make is pizza dough. That's all I need. The recipe? Okay, man, that's all it is. Let's put it right here on the screen. Also, Dave, look at there. Lots of stone. Critical post. Oh, man. In the voice chat. I wasn't looking. I'm so sorry. How do you ban somebody in a YouTube chat? Yeast in general is pretty sensible to high sugar environments. Maple. Well, you don't actually taste the maple syrup. It just works really good as the sweetener. But anyway, let's see. Pizza. Why did it fill in my O? So you need... Gotta remember it. 1 cup water. There's a bird out there. 1 teaspoon, I think. Teaspoon yeast. You got, man, I don't want to see your search history, mustache. See, this is what drives Glee nuts about my recipes. You're about to find out. Oil. Maple syrup. So you'll notice I don't have quantities. So I put a cup of water in there, teaspoon of yeast, warm water, and then just a little of oil and a little of maple syrup. I have no idea what that comes out to. But what I'll do is I'll get the water pretty warm and put all this in and let it set for a little while, and the yeast will start kind of bubbling a little bit, and then a little of salt, and then I'll let that set for another minute. And you just oh wait, I guess you need the flour, right? And then after that, flour. 3 cups makes an 18 inch pizza, or 2 12 inches, or 14, something like that. You can either get 1 big pizza or 2 normal size ones. Hey-o! Peanut butter. That would have been a lot easier with a spoon.
Sorry, I used a whisk.
Yum, 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 yum. Thanks. That's good. Yes, and oil. That's all you put in there. There is a Goldilocks zone of sugar where it kills bacteria. Interesting. These cultures have certain sugars in it. Very interesting. But yeah, that's all it is. So usually, you know, when it's running in the mixer, what I've noticed, Kazdoc, is even if I put a cup of water and then some and mix it up, typically I just need to put a little tiny splash of water in there. So it's usually a cup and a shot, like an actual shot glass of water. But how I know it's good is that the mixing bowl will almost be perfectly clean when it's fully mixed, because like it picked up everything. So yeah, then you just take it off the thing and kind of work it a little bit. I let it rise twice. So I'll put it in the bowl, cover it up with a towel. You know, it'll get big, and then I'll poke it. And usually what I do is I will poke it, you know, all the air comes out, and then I'll flip it over so that one side doesn't get real dry, and then let it rise again. Now, if you want the biggest pizza dough secret I have learned, and I have no idea, maybe Twice Dead has the science for this, because I don't know, but what I have learned, so I let it rise twice, and what I'll do is I'll take it out of the bowl, and I usually cut that big dough ball in half, because I like to make 2 smaller pizzas, because I think it cooks better that way. If you take those dough balls, kind of flatten them out a little bit, put them in a Ziploc bag, flatten them out a little bit, close the Ziploc bag in the freezer, and then you can just leave them in there until you want them. Now what you do when you want them is you get a bowl of hot water, not boiling hot water, just whatever hot water comes out of your sink. And while they're still in the bag, just set the bag in the bowl of hot water, and that'll thaw it out. And I don't know what happens, but it makes the pizza dough 1,000 times easier to work with, and it cooks it so crispy. So crispy. I like crispy. And you can roll it out so thin if you want. I don't know what chemical thing happens by freezing it and thawing it out in warm water, but man, is it good. Because normally you let it rise twice, and then you're trying to roll it out, you know, like it'll spread and it'll come back together a little bit, and it'll spread and it'll come back, and you're just sitting there fighting it. When you do the freeze and thaw out thing, it just goes out. It's convenient. I usually try and keep a couple dough balls in the freezer, you know, emergency pizza. You're terrible, mustache. Just absolutely terrible. But yeah, the maple, we get natural maple syrup. There's a place where we get some really good stuff. Big old gallon of it. It's so good. And I've been using it, just a sweetener for everything. Significantly cheaper than honey. It's still expensive, but it's like $70 for a gallon. But a gallon of honey would probably be like $300. For the good stuff anyway. Probably the yeast goes into slow mode in the cold environment of the fridge, and it gets reactivated when you dump it in warm water, so it gets to... Oh, okay. So yeah, freezing it, it goes in the freezer, not the fridge. So that just kind of stops it. And then, yeah, like... Huh. We should get it from the trees outside. That'd be the good way to do it. Do we have... Where do maple trees grow? Maple tree map. Technically we get them. According to this, not much. Oh wait, no we don't. We don't get no maples according to this one. Ah. That's not fair. Look at that. So, most of y'all know this. I'm like right here. I'm in the no maple zone. That's unfortunate. Ready to just do a simple biscuit recipe, 2 cups self-rising flour. I haven't really noticed a difference between general bread flour and pizza dough flour. The pizza dough flour seems a little finer, I think, but I haven't really noticed much of a difference in the end product. 1.5 cups of heavy cream. Knead, fold, cut into squares. Square biscuits. Those are good. Easier to work with. Giving gas again, making it easier to handle. That's interesting. Twice Dead. Your wife taps every other year? Dang. Well, bring me a big old 5-gallon bucket of it to EcclesiaCon. Or, you know, just a little bit, be fine. I love maple syrup, it's so good. I put it in it's in my tea I drink every morning too, just a little It doesn't take much. Just a little something to sweeten it up. It's good in black tea. That map is disappointing. It's just that's a little into Tennessee, and it's not where I'm at. Yeah, they're all up there where you're at, Dave. She didn't tap this year. Oh. Tons of maples where you live. Real maples. Pretty great, but expensive. It is high. And going to the attic and change HT filters. Everyone make sure to comment on the video with fursuit. No, he won't. No, he won't. I think Mustache is a furry. Undercover. He's just trying to find a friend. Oh, man. Freezer, even more extreme, activated yeast is 35 to 43 Celsius. Ferments best between 24 to over 60 Celsius. And cold in it, but doesn't. Okay, okay. Yeah, we have like 12 maple trees in our park. Nice. Yeah, Twice did. So you can do this thing with the pizza dough too, where you, I tried it a couple times and like it worked. You can make the pizza dough like I was saying, but instead of letting it rise, it just goes right to the fridge and then you let it rise for like multiple days and then you can use it. But like it doesn't. It's like, it was just a different way of doing it. It's like, okay, I'll make my pizza dough on Monday and cook it Friday. You know, it didn't change anything flavor-wise or the way it worked. Versus the freezer definitely changes the way it cooks and works and everything. So you stash. Your mustache is pretty furry. But no, like, I like the freezer because they can just stay in there for a long, long time. And it's just whenever you... It's like, I want some pizza tonight. You pull it out, and it doesn't take but like 30 to 45 minutes to thaw out in the warm water. So, it's pretty easy. And I will say Twice did, yeah, when I put it in the warm water, after it's been in the freezer, those Ziploc bags, like I have to come by and open them up and let a lot of air out. They will definitely well up. Back to knocking on doors. Good luck. So that's interesting. So you just kind of, the freezer just pauses it and then you reactivate it. Started using heavy cream in the coffee instead of creamer. 10 out of 10 pro coffee drinker move. Yeah, man. I can't do coffee. I do like coffee flavored things. Like little, sweets, desserts. Like, those can be pretty good, but not a coffee drink. Like Glee really likes the fancy coffee drinks, and every time she gets one, I'll try a sip. But it's not for me, man. Don't want them beans. No beans for me. So yeah, we got. Where's our road trip? We gotta like... Mustache is coming up from here somewhere, grabbing me, and then we gotta... all the way up here somewhere. I don't know where we're going. You slow down the process a lot if you let it work twice and the second one in warm water is working with less sugar for a short time. Evading becoming sour. Pretty good. It wasn't intentional Twice, it just kind of worked out that way. Need that bean water. I need my leaf water. My leaf juice. Anyway, I think I'm gonna bounce because I gotta get that video done before we go to the con. And golly, where's my... Yeah, I got a couple things going on tomorrow. It's gonna be a tight squeeze trying to get that thing done at a good time. And like I said, when I come back in May, I got I got a book to write, so gonna be intense. So I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. There's your recipe, Mr. Orc-Man, if you want that. If you want to try the freezing thing, it's pretty cool. Highly recommend. And we'll be here Thursday because I got Moss and Stone things to talk about, like the frog tosser class. I am so excited to get into that. You gonna bounce over here and help me test chocolate? Yeah, absolutely. All right, gotta go help the missus. I will see y'all Thursday at noon Central Standard Time. I gotta find my buttons to push the stop button. Yeah, you have to let me know how it works.